Hello everyone, it's Noel from Noel's Nook, and I'm back again with another video. A little bit different than what you're probably used to. You guys might know me for a lot of my fan art, particularly Pokemon or Voltron recently, but today I wanted to do something more realistic. Now, doing this in particular was a bit of a challenge for myself. Now, watercoloring is definitely the medium I'm most comfortable with, you guys know that. And skin has always been something that I've wanted to definitely improve. Of course, now her skin tone is not typical of any skin tone that I've ever seen. I definitely did incorporate more oranges and reds. I mean, there's certainly oranges and reds in skin tones naturally, but I wanted to help that play off of the whimsical, fiery hair look that she has going on as well. As far as the shading went, I wanted to go with a top-down shading look. So I did want it to look pretty dramatic. I wanted her to look kind of heavenly, definitely because she is kind of an ethereal creature. So I wanted to give that look for her because I wanted her, she is not menacing by any means, at least not in my opinion. So I wanted her to look kind of like she's graceful and sweet, and so I wanted to give that look to her. I want to apologize for the inconsistencies in filming as far as lighting goes, and also the consistency as far as me taping down the picture, because I did find as soon as I started painting her skin, it was starting to bubble, the paper. So I felt that you should, as far as, you know, watercolor in general, you should be taping down your paper as soon as you even begin to start, but that's not something that I would do normally. But for this, I was layering so much that I felt like I really should be putting down some tape. When I was doing her skin tone, I definitely didn't want to go with the regular flesh colors that I normally use. I wanted to go with something that was more whimsical or unnatural, because she, of course, is an unnatural being. I mean, who on earth has their hair on fire? So I went with oranges and some light yellows and some reds. And I used a lot of the reds, of course, in the shading. And I'm pretty happy with how the skin turned out. I really like how the lighting plays, but I certainly could use some improvement. There is a technique you can use where you use a black and white filter to help you find where you could use a lot more shading, so it creates more depth. But I kind of just wanted to get this done because I was just so excited to see how it was going to turn out. And of course, that is my downfall, because that certainly makes me work a lot faster and a lot less clean. So that's probably something I'm also going to have to work on. But overall, I really like how her face turned out. Now, her hair is another story. To do her hair, I looked up a lot of references on Google image search of flames and fire in general, and I don't know, guys. I just really wasn't happy with how this turned out. Fire for me is so abstract. I mean, fire in general is a very abstract element, but I work very well with structure, and I just felt like I needed to find the structure somewhere, so I think I just created the structure, and it doesn't really go really well with how her skin tone is, because, you know, skin does not have any structure as far as shades. Like, well, I guess there is in general. I guess there is, sort of, if you think about it. You know, they definitely fall in a pattern depending on which way the lighting hits you, but for some reason the hair, well, the line art looks so wavy and abstract, but the coloring is so rigid, and I really feel like that just doesn't work well with what I was going for. I'm not sad of how it turned out, though. It's definitely something I really want to come back to later, maybe draw it again in the future, but for right now, this is what we have. And, you know, I really like it. I like that I challenged myself, and I like how I tried to match colors, and I liked how I tried to play off of, well, not really play off, but I like how I tried to keep the whimsical look by not using typical skin tone colors, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And of course, I'm just proud in general for actually trying realism, because realism is certainly not a strong suit of mine, and I feel like this looks pretty good. Of course, it's not perfect, and it has its inconsistencies, but overall, I'm pretty happy with myself, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I told you I was going to change my outro, and it is going to come in the next video, probably. So until then, guys, have an awesome day.